Hey guys, I'm back again. Another video slash rant ish. So here's the thing, guys. I'm a little, I don't want to say irritated, but I guess it's irritation. Kinda. Eh. Here's the thing, man. I don't like small guards. That doesn't mean that small guards aren't good. What do I consider a small guard? Small guard is somebody who is typically undersized for their position at guard. Um, and that applies to both the one and the two, but mainly I'm talking about the one. Undersized guards to me is really anyone 6'2" and less. Okay? In certain other situations, you can consider maybe 6'3", but honestly, if I'm being real, I don't want a point guard that's 6'4" or lower. I'm just gonna be real. I want my point guard to be like 6'5" or taller. And I know that's controversial because that means a lot of the best guards in the league are guards that I wouldn't quote unquote want. Some of the people that fall under that list is Steph, Dame, Ja, and there's a couple others, Kyrie, that I'm not going to get into. Now, I do want some of those guys on my team if I had the opportunity. I would love Steph. I would love Dame. But in general, those are exceptions. They're not the standard. Two of my favorite players of all time, Pistol Pete and Oscar Robertson. Now, Pistol Pete ain't a point guard, but he kind of had a point guard skill set, even though he was a two guard ish. He's one of the best two guards of all time. Oscar Robertson is like 6'5", I believe, and he was the first one to average triple double for a whole season until Russ did it for what, like 4 years straight or so. But Oscar was one of the best players ever to play this game. He's 6'5". And there's some notable tall guards, extremely tall. Magic Johnson, the greatest point guard of all time. And you got tall guards now like Ben Simmons, who's 6'10". And so I'm a little irritated though, because I keep seeing Lonzo linked with teams and they want to pair him up with another guy that's like smaller than him. This year we had to deal with Bledsoe, who's like 6'1", next to Lonzo all year. He's a point guard. Bledsoe's supposed to be at the one. So I didn't like that. That's why I wanted Josh Hart. I wanted to kill Alexander Walker. Those are the guys I wanted all year at the two. BI also. I'll get into that one later. We constantly, or I'm constantly seeing, like even today I saw a possible projected starting lineup for the Knicks would be Lonzo Ball, Colin Sexton, and I'm not even going to list, RJ and the rest of them. Colin Sexton is 6'1". Sorry about that. Colin is 6'1". There's a 5-inch difference between the two, and both play the same position. Here's why I have an issue. Okay, let me start by outlining. Hold on, let me try to adjust my camera too. Okay, that's a little bit better. Let me start by outlining my philosophy. One, I want my team to focus on defense, rebounding, transition passing in general, but specifically transition passing, and shooting. I value all those things. I also value size. I want to have the tallest team on the court at all times. I want the tallest in small ball. I want the tallest in normal ball. I want the tallest tall ball. Doesn't matter what style we play. I want all my guys to be bigger than everybody else. So here's my thing. If I play Lonzo at the 1 and I put him next to someone who's way smaller, 6'1", 6 foot, it's a mismatch. And you might say, oh, well, there's some good defenders at those heights. I don't care. I'll take an average defender with size before I take a 6 foot defender with good defense. I'm sorry. Here's my issue. Okay, so let's say we do this. We do have Lonzo and Colin Sexton. We're going up against the Chicago Bulls. You can put Thomas Satoransky or Kobe White. I don't really care. And Levine. Lonzo can check or has to guard one of those guys. Okay? I don't care which one you put him on. We put him on the point guard, fine. Colin Sexton now has to guard Zach LaVine. He's giving up 6 inches. That's a lot. That's a lot of height and wingspan. That's a mismatch. And if I'm Zach LaVine, shoot over every single time. Every single time. Every freaking time. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Now, if you're playing a team like Portland, or if you're playing a team like Toronto, Fred VanVleet, Kyle Lowry, I think that's I think that's okay at that point. I think that's perfectly fine. If you want to play a taller guard and a lesser guard, I guess play them, the taller guys the point or whatever. It really shouldn't matter because you could argue, well, just play Colin at the 1 and play Lonzo at the 2. Lonzo's a 3-and-D player, basically. And I think 2 guards should be scorers exclusively. That's just me. Or shooters, like 3-and-D guys. So, I have an issue with that, right? But let's look at it this way. Let's pretend for a moment. Hold on real quick. Sorry about the interruptions. If I put Zoe on Chicago, which is where he's rumored to go, the starting backcourt is Zoe and Zach LaVine, 6'6" and 6'7". If I'm playing against Portland, here's how I guard Portland. This is me. And by the way, guys, all this stuff is just my opinion. I'm not saying it's absolutely right. I'm not saying, listen to me, I know everything. It's not that. This is just how I would do things. This is my process. If I'm playing Zach LaVine and Lonzo, the minute I see Dame and CJ, 6'1" or 6'2" or 6'3", I should say, I'm trapping Dame. As soon as he touches half court, he is trapped. I am trapping him. I am forcing him to give up the ball. And you might say, well, what if they have a good passer? I'm not worried about that. This is this team, or this team in Toronto I would do this to, or any other team with small guards. I am trapping the ball handler. Why? One, I want a lot of pressure on point guards. Point guards are considered, carriers in this league. They're considered, championship level talent. They run the league. Why would I give them more opportunities to decimate my team? As soon as you get across half court, you coughing up that ball. Trap. Zach and Zoe linked. You got to give the ball up. You're going to give the ball up to CJ. Now CJ has to make decisions. And some people say, well, CJ is a point guard. That's not the role he plays on this team. And quite frankly, that's just the first part. Defense ain't over yet. As soon as you give up the ball, I'm putting Lonzo on CJ. Because either way, both of Zach and Lonzo are tall, but I trust Lonzo's defense more. But I'm putting him on him because now what I want Zach's athletic ability and his length to ball deny Dame Lillard because he's going to try to get the ball back. We are playing ball denial, and I need Zach's acceleration and his length and his quick twitch ability to lock him out of the ball. I want Dame to become an off-ball player. Could I do this effectively if I had two smaller guards? Possibly. But this becomes a whole lot easier when I could just surround you with like two tall monsters to limit your field of vision and passing lanes. We could take Dame and CJ out of this. We could do this with Toronto. Hey, look, I'm going to put the ball in Fred VanVleet's hands. I'm taking it out of Kyle Lowry's hands because he's a playmaker. Fred VanVleet, you got to score. You got to shoot over Lonzo the entire game, or Zach LaVine. I don't really care at that point. But you got to shoot over him. And I'm going to put pressure on you. I'm going to make every shot hurt your team. Can I do this effectively if I have smaller guards? Possibly. But again, this becomes so much easier if you have taller guards. This is my philosophy. This is me seeing how the landscape of the league is. If you got a guard on your team and they're elite, bro, you coming up off that basketball. You coming up off that thing. Now, it'd be harder to do this on a team like Golden State because Steph likes to be off ball and he likes to move. This strategy wouldn't be effective against him. And I would have to try to play differently against him. But I still have the link to bother Steph with either Zach and his athletic ability. He maybe can keep up chasing Steph, even though I don't want him doing that because I need his legs and his scoring. Or Lonzo, who isn't a slouch either on defense. Actually, he's a better defensive player than Zach. But he would be more able, I think, to IQ around or cheat Steph in ways where he can keep up with him and limit him to some degree. And he won't completely limit Steph. But he will make it harder for Steph to get that separation. Now, you might say, okay, that's all great, but what about some of these taller guards like Ben Simmons, Magic Johnson? These are anomalies. They don't come around that often. Ben Simmons is basically a center, but he has a point guard skill set. There's no way I'm going to get a 6'10 point guard and find like a 6'11, 7-foot shooting guard unless I manage to get KD on the same team. And even then, I'm going to be undersized, more than likely. Even though it's possible, I guess I would be undersized small forward or maybe power forward and, center or whatever. Knowing me, I wouldn't even play Ben Simmons. Well, I'd play him at point center. Offense, he's point guard. Defense, he's center. That's me. Those are anomalies. And it's very hard. Like, there's not too many other ways. Like, you're not going to find too many guys like that. And so they're a little bit more of the exception to the rule because their genetic gifts are so outlandishly freakish that they kind of invalidate this principle. Now, does that mean that I still want to go get like a 6'3 or 6'2 shooting guard next to him? No. Give me somebody 6'6, 6'5, 6'7, 6'8, whatever. I'll take that. Still size. I'm just not going to go below a certain level regardless. Now, does that mean Colin Sexton and Lonzo backcourt wouldn't work or wouldn't be good defensively, yada, yada, yada? I'm not saying that. Colin Sexton and Lonzo could be one of the better backcourts in the league. But here's my thing. You got a point guard with all that size. Why would you limit the advantages he gives you? Like, 1v1, he can check most of the point guards in the league. What do I mean by check? He can make their life a little bit harder because they have to shoot over his length and have to get around his length. Okay? I'm not saying he's shutting people down solo, but I'm saying he's going to make their life difficult. Okay? That's what I want to do. If it's up to me, I want my point guard 6'5", 6'6", shooting guard 6'6", 6'8", um, small forward 6'8", 6'9", power forward 6'10", maybe 6'9", 6'11", and centers like 6'11", 7 feet. So you see there's a tad bit of overlap, especially when we start talking the forwards. I want my forwards to always be bigger than my guards, which is part of the reason I don't like the Bulls roster, because you have 6'7", 6'7", Satoransky and Levine, or 6'5", 6'7". Then you got 6'7" Pat Will, 6'8" Thaddeus Young, and then you got Vooch. 4 inches difference, 5 inches difference. That's a lot, especially if you go up against a team that got DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, KD, Harden, and then Kyrie. And while the 2 guard on up on the Nets, size wise, fit kind of what I would like, Kyrie's a little shorter guy. But that's okay because the rest of the team is huge. I can make that work. I'm not expecting Kyrie to stop anybody, and I'm not expecting James Harden to stop anybody anyway unless they're in the post. I would much rather have James Harden at point guard. That's just me. I think his skill set is perfect for point guard. And if he's going to play 2 guard, he needs to play off ball. That's just me. But to me, it's detrimental to teams to put these taller guards next to these super small guards, these smaller 2 guards, and just say, okay, go out there and play. And it's detrimental to your team to have 2 undersized guards or small guards. The year that Toronto won the championship, Kyle Lowry, Kawhi Leonard, 6', 6'1", 6'7". Siakam or Danny Green, OG, Serge, Marc Gasol. Tons of size. Tons and tons of length. Very effective defensively. One of the best defensive teams in the last couple of years. And if you go back and look, they had a lot of first and second team all defensive guys and defensive player of the year guys in Marc Gasol. And I believe Kawhi Leonard too. No wonder they were so good defensively. Kyle Lowry, defensive guard. Kawhi Leonard, defensive guard. Pascal, defensive forward with length. OG, Serge, Marc Gasol, defensive player of the year. I mean, look at all that. That wasn't a shabby group at all. I know that's getting off topic. But that's just me, man. That's how I want to play. I want my guys to run the court. I want them to dominate you. And I want to take away the point guards and the shooting guards if at all possible. Like, I'm going to force you to beat me with your shooting and with your other players outside of their position playing playmaker. With your other players outside of their position trying to playmate. Let me give you another example. Memphis Grizzlies. I am trapping the everlasting fuck out of Ja Morant. You are going to come up off that ball, sir. Dylan Brooks, you got the playmate now. You got the playmate. Zach LaVine, stay on Ja ass. Do not let him sniff an easy shot at the ball. If he got to get the ball, make his ass work for it. If you cannot get into a rhythm as a point guard and your thing is to score, and let's be real, most of these guards in the league, these point guards, they're shooters, they're scorers. They don't focus on defense. If I take away that thing that you can't do, or I have to make you work twice as hard to do it, you become less effective. And there's no point in you being on the court. Now I get it. Steph and Dame, their gravity, Trae Young, these guys, I get it. But let's look at the Atlanta Hawks since I mentioned Trae. Let's trap the shit out of Trae. He has to give up the ball. He's not athletic as fuck at all. Now you got Zach LaVine playing ball denial. If they try to pass it to him, he's going to jump and deflect the pass. That team, as you've seen with Milwaukee, when they took Trae out of the game, it was nothing else they had for him. Kevin Huerter, what was he going to do? Cam Reddish had just got back. They didn't have DeAndre Hunter, but who were the passers? Clint Capella? I don't know. What are you going to do? That's my philosophy. My philosophy is anti-meta. What is the meta of the league? There's really, and we could talk about Giannis and Milwaukee because what they basically said is you could win with one really good power forward. Dirk kind of already showed you that if you build the team right. But the teams that win are wings, God tier point guard play. Don't believe me? Drew, Chris Middleton, technically they're both wings. But you can call Giannis a wing-ish center. Okay, I got it, guys. Maybe that's not the best example. Let's keep going. Lakers, LeBron, AD. They're wings. Despite what you want to say, they're forwards. That's it. That satisfies it. Year before that, we just talked about them. Kawhi, Pascal Siakam. If you want to throw it and say, well, hey, they also had Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet too. Hey. Golden State. Who else? Yeah, Golden State, Cleveland. Golden State, San Antonio, Tony Parker, Manu, Dunk, Kawhi, Miami, Dallas. Oh, well, Dallas didn't really have a wing. Okay, fine. If you want to say that, Dirk, power forward, okay, fair enough. Jason Kidd, Shawn Marion. I don't want to include Jet. We keep going. Boston Celtics. Pierce, Allen, KG, Rondo, Kobe's Lakers. This is an old school comp. Shooting guard center. That's what they won with in the early 2000s. Kobe and Shaq. San Antonio. Big three still. Detroit. The Rasheed Wallaces. The Ben Wallaces. Chauncey Billups. Who's the other guy? Rip Hamilton. Tayshaun Prince. Length. Forwards. Guard play. My team has to be anti-meta. Has to be. Why? Because every team is trying to be played one way. We want to take away the way they want to be played. Now, Giannis is a bleep. He's different. That's why he's the Greek freak. He's a unicorn. That's not going to be a straight up answer for him. There's not. And I would be okay losing to Milwaukee. And part of the way that I do things is you have to choose what you're going to die to. If my team has a Giannis Antetokounmpo or Dirk Nowitzki, I'm just going to play the best way I can, coach my team the best way I can. If I lose to them because they have a mismatch, shake hands, hey, good game. But the other 90% of the league, we're countering everything else y'all want to do. Period. We're going to be able to play versatile, and we're going to be able to adapt. And y'all know how I feel about versatility. Even if I wanted to play small ball and I could slide Lonzo at the 2 or the 3, we could do that. We could do that. If we want to play tall, Lonzo's still the point guard, and then you still got height. That's really what I want to do, because I want to crush small ball. You want to play small ball against me? Not a problem. Not a fucking problem. Pick and roll. All right, Lonzo. We got the mismatch. We got the big, right? Hey, Vooch. Pound him. Oh, y'all going to double Vooch? 3 ball. We're going to do that all game. We're going to do that all game. We're going to get you out of your set. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make you adapt. You're going to have to compete with us, period. We're going to put something on the court that you're going to have to deal with. Period. End of discussion. And let me find out you got a center that can't move or defend like a Vooch. Hey, man, pick and roll. Point guard every time. Pick and roll, switch. If they switch this, ISO, kill them. Kill them. Kill them. If they want to be smart and switch it early, not a problem. We got something for that too. We got something for that too. Dribble handoff. Dribble handoff. Because now we're gonna get the matchup we want. We gonna hunt that. My team is gonna hunt the matchup. Period. So with my team, how I would build my team, you got to come see us. We gonna take your guard out of the game. Your forwards and your center better be ready to carry. What does that mean? Lakers might be a matchup problem. Understood. Understood. But we can go big. We can match their size. That's what I want to do. So if they want to take us out of the team, we want to do fine. We could just go play with you. What's up? Now it's even. What's up? Come see us. Come see us. You want to pound ball on the inside? Come on. We got something for that too. We gonna force y'all to play. Oh, LeBron, you don't want to play defense? Nah, bro. We gonna make you move them legs, bro. You ain't finna get we're not gonna have anybody on the court that you could just sit idly by with. You're gonna have to guard the entire time. And we're gonna wear your legs down. We're gonna wear your legs down. And if you got somebody out there, the minute that you put somebody on that court, oh, Marc Gasol can't defend anymore because he's too old. Come on. Get this pick and roll. Come get this pick and roll, bro. Come get it. Come get this pick and roll and switch. We finna kill you the entire game. Oh, but you got AD. AD got to make a decision because I'm about to have my power forward out there that can score too. So he got to make a decision. Do he want to stop this pick and roll because we killing Marc Gasol, or do you want to give up the open mid-range shot? Because we're going to take whatever you're going to give us. That's how I want to play ball. So we talking about these small ball guards and shit. They can be good. If I get a Steph, I'm going to take a Steph. If I get a Dame, I'm going to take him. I'm not going to give up that talent. But I'm telling you right now, we finna put it on you. And I'm teaching my guards to post up. Let me find out, oh, Lonzo on Dame? I'm telling you, here's what I would do on any team if I had Lonzo. I'd be like, all right, bro, look. Fuck all that other shit they talking about. I need you in the gym this summer. You need to come back with a post mid-range game. You need to come back. You need to be one of the best post mid-range players in the league. Because here's what we want to do. We're going to punish you for putting somebody small out there, bro. Next year, Lonzo, if you get matched up with a Ja Morant, if you get matched up with Dame Lillard, CJ McCollum, I want ISO post play. I want you backing him down in the post, turn around, fade away, jump shot. And he ain't got nothing for you because he don't have the length, the athletic ability, or the size to keep up. You are going to punish them for playing Dame. And then, because we're controlling the pace, we're controlling the tempo, because now you got to play slow ball, because we can do that too. Because when I say play with pace don't mean that you have to play with a fast pace. It can also mean you can play with a slow pace. Versatility. So yes, if we need to slow this game down, hey man, get him in the post, grind him down. Grind him down. Not just that. Once you hit that shot on him, we pressing him. He coming up off the ball. Dame ain't gonna have nothing for you. And this is the same way with any other guard in the league. Yeah, there might be some like CP3, Kyle Lowry, who's bulky and they got some size. It might be a little bit harder to post them up. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna wear y'all down, man. We're gonna wear y'all down. We're gonna make it a complete disadvantage that you put these two small guards out here. That's what we're finna do. We are hunting you, and you are going to have to lose. Now, I know this is kind of long, 30 minutes, and I kind of just got on my soapbox there, but that's how I want to play the game, man. Which is why I get frustrated with some of these ideas of these backcourts and these teams and shit, man. Look, I got pissed off watching the Pelicans play because they gave up all that damn size. And they limited Lonzo what his capabilities is. No, I'm adding to that dude play. Bruh, post. This offseason, post play. Don't come at me with no small guards, man. Please don't. And don't put no tall guard next to no small guard, man. Go get another guard that's on that same level with some height and some length. For real. Niggas want to play 6'1", 6 foot next to a 6'5", 6'6" point guard. The fuck? We posting niggas up. Y'all have a good day. Peace.